I never wanted to be that guy. You know, the cliché. The one who throws away years of loyalty for something fleeting. The one who lies to the woman who gave him everything. But here I am, that guy. And the truth, I became him long before I ever admitted it to myself. My name's Evan. I'm 37 now. I was 24 when I met Anna. She was 22, freshly graduated, glowing with idealism, and for some reason she picked me. I was nobody back then, struggling to get through night school, working at a hardware store to keep the lights on. But she didn't care. She saw something in me I couldn't even see in myself. We moved in together within 6 months. Way too fast, our parents said. But we didn't care. We shared frozen pizzas and second-hand furniture. We had one car between us and took turns using it. I remember her handwriting little notes and sticking them to my steering wheel. Don't forget your lunch. Or go get it, genius. I felt like the luckiest man alive. Eventually, I graduated, got an entry-level job in finance. She was already working full-time as a nurse. Long hours, night shifts, constant stress. But she never complained. She made our apartment feel like home, even when we barely had anything. She cooked. She decorated. She always asked me how I was doing. And I took it all for granted. When I landed a senior analyst role at a new firm, everything changed. It paid more than double what I had been making. It came with an office, business cards, and a strange new feeling, importance. I started wearing nicer clothes, shaking hands with important people. For the first time, I felt like someone, and that's when I met her, Natalie. She was the new project coordinator. Sharp suit, sharper tongue. The kind of woman who never apologized for speaking her mind. She walked into a room like she owned it. People listened when she talked. I was intimidated by her and fascinated. She didn't look at me the way Anna did. Natalie sized people up, calculated. She was a storm in heels. We got assigned to the same client, a massive pharmaceutical account that required late nights, cross-state meetings, and endless revisions. At first, it was strictly professional, but she made me laugh. And when I made her laugh, and believe me, it wasn't easy, it felt like winning. It started with drinks after work, then dinner, then hours spent in hotel lobbies after client meetings. One night, we had won too many cocktails, and she asked if I ever felt like I was living someone else's life. I didn't know how to answer, because yes, I did. The affair didn't begin that night, but it might as well have. From then on, everything shifted. Inside jokes became flirty texts. Eye contact lasted too long. One night, in a hotel bar in Denver, she kissed me. I kissed her back, and the world around us vanished. When I got home, Anna kissed me like nothing was wrong. She asked if the meetings went well. I said yes. I looked her in the eyes and lied. That's the thing about cheating. It starts with one lie, and then you're drowning in them. I told myself it was harmless. Natalie understood me in a way Anna didn't. We were equals, partners. She didn't nag me about being distant. She didn't care if I skipped dinner or stayed at work until midnight. With Natalie, I felt like I could be selfish, and I liked it. But Anna, she noticed. She stopped leaving notes. She stopped texting me during the day. One night, I came home and found her crying quietly in the kitchen. I asked her what was wrong. She said she didn't know who I was anymore. I told her she was imagining things. Gaslighting, that's what they call it. I didn't know the term back then, but I became an expert in it. Anna's friend Lauren started asking questions too, the kind of friend who never liked me much. She saw right through my excuses: client dinner, late call with Europe, flight delay. She didn't buy it, and I hated her for it. One day, Anna asked if I'd go with her to a dinner party her hospital friends were throwing. I said I had a conference. I didn't. I went to Natalie's apartment instead. We drank wine, watched a movie, and I fell asleep with her head on my chest. When I woke up, I had 8 missed calls from Anna. Lauren had seen us at a cafe the next morning. She didn't confront me, but she told Anna. That night when I got home, Anna was waiting. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She just asked me, "Are you cheating on me?" I paused. I thought about lying, thought about spinning it, denying it, flipping it on her. But my silence said everything. She packed a bag that night and went to her sister's. I told Natalie. She said, "Well, now we don't have to hide anymore." And that should have thrilled me, but it didn't. The next few weeks were a blur. Anna filed for separation. I stayed in a hotel. Natalie wanted to move in together. I resisted. She didn't understand why. I didn't either, not at first. Then came the news. Natalie had been promoted. She'd be leading a new client account in another city. She wanted me to come with her. Fresh start, she said. I agreed. Why not? Anna wasn't speaking to me. My old life was ashes, so I jumped. We moved to Phoenix, got a condo together. At first, it felt like a second chance. New job, new city, new woman, but cracks started forming fast. Natalie was controlling, jealous, possessive. If I texted someone after 10 p.m., she'd ask who it was. If I stayed at work late, she assumed I was cheating. Ironic, I know. Our fights got loud, then physical. She once threw a glass against the wall during an argument about who I followed on Instagram. One night, I came home and found her on the floor, crying. She'd been drinking. She said she didn't want to lose me. Said she worked too hard for this. I remember standing over her, wondering if I had made the biggest mistake of my life. The next morning, I got a call from HR. They were conducting an internal audit. A few expense reports had raised red flags: lavish dinners, travel receipts, unauthorized reimbursements, all tied to Natalie. I kept my head down, said I didn't know anything. But I did. Some of those expenses were ours. Our hotel rooms, our flights, our dinners, paid for with stolen money. 3 weeks later, the truth came crashing down. Natalie was arrested. Fraud, embezzlement, almost $130,000 stolen over 3 years. And guess what? I was listed as a potential beneficiary. My name was on half the receipts. They thought I was in on it. My company suspended me. I spent hours with lawyers proving I hadn't known. Eventually, they dropped me from the case. But my reputation was shredded. No one wanted to touch me. And then came the final blow. Anna called. It was the first time I'd heard her voice in over a year. She said she saw the news. She wasn't calling to mock me or say, "I told you so." She just said, "I'm sorry it turned out this way." Then she hung up. I sat on the floor of that empty condo and cried, for the first time in a long time. And then, as I was packing my things to leave, I found something in one of Natalie's drawers. A letter, written in my name, signed by me, only I never wrote it. And what it said changes everything.